Hey gardeners, let's plant up a container for autumn together. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. I was thinking about my centerpiece for this container, and this is going to be in the corner of my house. So I could put the centerpiece in the back, and I wanted something tall, but I didn't want to spend the money because I knew, we're in autumn and it's going to be freezing weather here pretty soon. So I said, what could I use to have for a centerpiece? So as I was riding around checking on the cattle the other day, I saw all of this broom sedge, now S-E-D-G-E, on the eastern part of the United States. It is known as broom sedge. In the western part, there's a different type, and that's known as broom sage. So really don't know the big difference, although, as a cattle farmer, this is not really what we want in our fields, but this is what we get in the autumn. We don't spray any herbicides on our cattle farm because we're grass-fed beef and we don't want any kind of herbicides. You can burn it off of your fields and all, but we just bush hog a couple times a year, and but it comes back. But like I said, cattle won't eat it, so I wasn't taking away their food. So I'll roll that footage here right now, and you'll see how I put this together. This is my centerpiece. To get the twisted look, you just basically, after you get it together, you just twist. I did not come up with that method. I learned that from Sunflower Steve. If you don't know who Sunflower Steve is, you can check him out on Instagram. He produces these fabulous sunflowers that are going to be for sale very soon, the seeds. They're going to be available for the public. But he was on Erin, the Impatient Gardener's YouTube channel, and he brought her some grasses from, I'm not even sure where he lives, but he brought her some grasses for decoration for autumn, and he showed her how to twist. You put them together and you just twist to get that twisted look. So that's where I learned that. So anyway, I put this bamboo stake in here just to make, and I'm thinking this is going to work, but just to make some extra stability. So there we go. I think that looks really good. I think that's going to hold well. Oh, get down in there. Get down in there. I don't know. What do you think? And I can always come behind with a stake if I feel like it, is going to topple. So I dried this broom sedge for a couple of days in our open garage, not even in an enclosed area. I hung it upside down. Dug this out of my garden. Also, some footage you're seeing there. I started this inside. This is ornamental kale. A friend of mine gave me the seeds, and I actually should have given her the seeds back because there's like thousands of seeds. But anyway, I started this indoors, under grow lights. I think it was in July, and then planted it out in my garden just until it was, ready for me to use. Okay, so I'm going to pull off all of these leaves here that are done. That one's okay, that one can stay. I'm trying to keep the root ball intact, which it's working. Now I'm going to tilt it forward a little bit I think, just to have that forward tilt look to it. And you can do that. This ornamental kale will take some really cold temperatures. It will eventually freeze out, but it'll last, you know, be really pretty through the fall, through the autumn. And I'm trying to learn to say autumn instead of fall. I don't know why. So I need a little bit more soil in here, I think. And let's just take my hand and do this and come around the front. Okay, I have this really pretty, butterfly. This really pretty snapdragon here. Snapdragons are what's known as cool flowers. So this is going to be able to take some cooler temperature. I also have some Dusty Miller, which I have had in my zone 6B go all the way through the winter. And it's pretty amazing stuff. I have one extra Cherokee red, Cherokee lettuce. And here, I was so excited because I absolutely love straw flowers. These are yellow straw flowers. Aren't they so pretty? Dreamtime Jumbo Yellow. Let's see how tall they get. 10 to 12 inches, I wouldn't call them jumbo. Straw flowers are known as a cool weather flower as well. And I can tilt them, you know, if I wanted to tilt it forward. Then I have these beautiful orange pansies. I love this color. Love, 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 love. This is a viola. I recently did a video. You can check that out. I'll try to put that in the cards on the difference between pansies and violas. Then I have a couple little pieces of pansies left from another project. I know I'm going to put this Dusty Miller here in the back. Okay, and I see where I could separate this snapdragon if I wanted to. There are 3 plants in there. Ooh. All right, let's go ahead and put this in and let me see. All right, I'm going to tilt that forward, which you can do. And since this lettuce is already out of its container, I'm going to stick it right here and just to see if this is what I want. And that I'll tilt forward just a little bit. I think I am going to take this snapdragon apart a little bit and put one right here. It's easily wanting to come apart, easily. The roots look good, so I don't feel like I'm doing any damage. Okay, so this is going to go back here. You stay right there. Stay right there for a minute, baby. And then I'm going to put some more soil back in here to kind of prop it up. These are not going to be in here that long. And you might be thinking, well, I don't like to spend extra money in the fall, in the autumn, because it's very short-lived if you live in the colder climates. And I get that, I understand. That's why I wanted to make this centerpiece. You can use hydrangea blooms to make a fall arrangement outdoor. You know, I can cut these. This is what I was going to use, is my hydrangea blooms. If I hadn't have come across and realized we had all this broom sedge, you can do that. You could just make a beautiful fall planter. And you cut these off, you take the foliage off. You could leave some on at the top if you wanted. And then you could just make a beautiful fall planter. You don't have to spend a lot of money. And I did not spend a lot of money on these items, but obviously I did spend some. Okay, so trying to keep these roots together. What do you think of that? Oh yeah, we needed that little color in the front, don't we? Yep. Okay, I like that. And remember, I have pansies I can fill in with. Okay, so I'm going to take this guy out for a second. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually tilt this one I don't like to tilt everything, but this one's just kind of turning out that way. And I'm putting plenty of soil around the root ball of that guy. Okay, I think I'm ready to go ahead and put that in there. So I'm going to take this out of its container. And you just have to give it a squeeze sometimes and pull it out. And then I'm going to tilt this one as well. Maybe, yep. I'll go ahead now and put this Dusty Miller in back here. I have my well. I'm going to squeeze the bottom. And if they get really root bound, you know, you can cut your container down the sides. But if you give it a squeeze sometimes, around like that, there we go. See, this one's been in its pot for a while, but that's okay. Dusty Miller is an awesome plant, and it also makes an awesome accent in your arrangements, like if you like to arrange flowers. So I was talking to my husband, who's lived here on his family farm. This is my grandchildren are the 7th generation living on his family farm. Anyway, all his life, all my life, we've always called these grasses broom sage. So I was looking it up just to make sure I halfway knew what I was talking about. And it said broom sedge. So I told him, he was like, what? And I said, I know, broom sage is out west in the United States. Broom sedge is here on the eastern part of the United States. So he was like, okay. So I kind of would like to have this other straw flower over here. Really, my purpose in getting this yellow straw flower was so that I could cut off the flowers and dry them. All of my straw flowers are pink, 2 shades of pink and white, because my granddaughters and I love to dry flowers. I love, love, love that my grandchildren love gardening. I have this viola, which is not going to get very tall, but you know, because if you're looking down on it, you know, you're going to see the viola. I'm going to have to take off some of the root ball because I don't have quite enough room. All right, so see what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take some off of the bottom. That's totally fine. I don't have enough room here to go down too deeply. So, took off some of the root ball. Doesn't hurt it at all. Okay, that looks cute. And let's use some of these beautiful orange pansies. They're so pretty. And let's see. These little plugs on the pansies, or any little annual, I like them when they're in plugs like this, because you can take your fingers and make a drill and then just stick them right down in that hole. I try to find the ones with little plugs when I'm having, you know, planting things in close areas like this anytime I can. So I've got a couple more pansies I'm going to put around the back here. And the pansy flowers dry really, really well too. I like to dry those in silica gel. So even these ones that you can't see in the back, I will use the flowers for drying. I'm really happy with this. I'm happy with this broom sedge here, these snapdragons, and I can maneuver these leaves of this ornamental kale around. And this, like I said, will get more red the cooler the temperatures. Well, I really appreciate you watching, and I really appreciate your support of this channel. We will see you next time. Happy gardening and have a great day. Bye.